Hello everyone, my name is Gurpal Singh and today I want to discuss about the presentation related to the vulnerability or cybersecurity risk of the hospital, uh, which I discussed below briefly. First of all, I would like to give you some overview related to the hospital, like what we want to explain and further. In today's era, like in digital era, we are more focusing on the advancement of the technology. So we are looking forward to make every sector or every where make technology advancement. So first of all, we have to make our cyber security very uh, interactive or very impressive for the hospital. So that's why they can easily protect their data or the detail related to their patients, and they can save the data of their patients from the hacker or from the others who try to grab their data for various purpose or for some illegal purposes. And in this report, we examine a real-world hospital and evaluate its infrastructure for the potential cybersecurity threats and vulnerabilities. So we begin with the examining the network security, in which we like protecting the data plays a crucial role for of, for the hospital, as we are more focusing on the advancement of the technology or the in the network area. And we also try to identify about the outdated software and some uh, a weak password and some unsecured wireless networks in which they have risk to threat their data. So we just avoid to do this and arrange to avoid this things. We just make an arrangement of provide the training and the awareness campus for in the hospitals to to provide the detail that what's the functioning of their employees in the hospital and how they can get protected from the cyber security or from the network data. And after that, we examine the software vulnerability in the hospital system and which exploited by the hackers and gain access to sensitive information. So we recommend the regular vulnerability assessment to identify potential weakness in the hospital system and software, and the use of security tools such as antivirus software and encryption to mitigate this risk, which helps the hospital to protect their data, and they can easily conduct their services in well mannered and in a systematic way. And finally, we consider the importance of physical security measure in protecting the hospital infrastructure, which recommend the hospital invest in surveillance cameras, access control system, and physical security measure to prevent theft or damage the equipment or sensitive data by the unwanted people. So we have to try to that they are more focusing on on their security and in their own aspects, so they can easily protect their data without any burden. And eventually we provide some security risk management strategy so that they will perform that strategy, and they can easily save their data or perform their function well mannered. As everyone knows, the what is the hospital or what services they provide to their customers or to their patients. The main function of the hospitals are they are they are like healthcare institutions that provide medical care to their patient with various health condition, like as someone sick or have their physical problem or any related to their health issues. The hospitals trying to provide some medicine and using different techniques and so that the patient can overcome from their diseases. If I am talking about the history of hospital, uh, like in the past era or in the ancient time, the first known hospital being the temple of Imhotep in Egypt, which was built in 2500 BC. In ancient Greece, the Asclepion was the healing temple that was dedicated to the god of medicine. Like Asclepion, in the Middle Age, the hospital was often operated by religious institutions such as monasteries and are used to treat the sick and provide care to the poor. And in the modern era, the hospital have evolved significantly with advancement in medical technology, healthcare practices, and other other related practices. So they improving day by day, and in the like in the modern era in the technology, they plays a very vital role for overcome the diseases by the patient. So, like with the advancement of in medical technology and healthcare practices, like hospital today offer specialized care in various fields such as cardiology, neurology, or oncology. Today offers specialized care in various field, offer various type of healthcare services such as emergency care, outpatient care, and inpatient care, and amongst other. There are variety of things in which the hospital get uh, updated. Hospital also require robust infrastructure, including advancement in ICT system to manage patient data, medical record, and other critical function. Like hospital administration also faces various changes, including managing costs, ensuring patient safety, and complying with legal and the regulatory requirements. And in conclusion, hospitals are essential real world organizations that provide critical medical care to individuals with various health conditions to have a rich history that have evolved over time, and they continue to evolve with advancement in medical and healthcare practices. In the introduction of the hospital in the modern era, like they are more aware or having the responsibility to protect their patients data, uh, so that's why they are using the modern technology. Like as you know, all the organization across all the sectors depend heavily on the technology to manage their operations, including like hospitals and all related medical care services. Hospital handle sensitive patient data and depend on technology to manage critical of medical equipment. However, with the increased reliance on technology comes an increased risk of cybersecurity and the vulnerabilities. Cyber attack targeting hospital can result in significant repercussions, including medical identity that harm to patients and operation disruptions. Therefore, it is essential for the hospital to have robust cybersecurity measures in place to protect themselves and their patients. In addition, to know about that, hospitals perform well in their modern technology, so they have to make some risk management strategy or some other strategy in which they can easily focusing on their improving the technology and makes their system better and makes their network better to protect from the vulnerabilities and the other threats, like might be that threats from the internal, some employees are trying to grab the data and to do some misuse, and there are some hackers who are like they are some external person like or hackers. They just try to grab the data to for misuse or for some illegal activities. So the hospital have the responsibility to use the modern technology and the updated technology and always use some applications which helps, or some use some application, or some like what we say antivirus software which helps to protect the patient data. We take an example from the COVID-19 pandemic. The every hospital more indulged in the modern technology, because it was pandemic, and they have to be secure their own life. Even they have to they want to save their patient's life, and they also have to be risk in their own life. So they are focusing more on the modern technology, like they are using robot and some other equipment which helps to protect themselves too. So they have at that time every hospital are more indulged in the modern technology. They just change ourselves into the modern technology. So after that the every hospital have the more dependency on the technology, so they have to update they have to be more updated in in the in related to the technology, so they can perform their task in well mannered, and also they are get protected from the hackers or for unwanted people. What's the current ICT infrastructure of the organization, which I discussed below? Like the hospital, current ICT infrastructure is comprised of various components, including servers, firewalls, routers, and other devices. The network topology consists of a central data center connected to multiple branch offices via a virtual private network, which is VPN. The hospital data center houses several servers, including application servers, databases servers, and web servers. The servers are used to manage critical hospital functions such as patient data management, medical equipment monitoring, and billing. To understand briefly, despite the critical nature of this function, the hospital current ICT infrastructure is vulnerable to a variety of security threats and vulnerabilities. Like one important vulnerability in the presence of unsecured endpoints, including employees' laptop and mobile devices. These devices, when connected to the hospital network, can provide an entry point for the cyber attacks. Additionally, the hospital servers and softwares are the vulnerable to non-software vulnerabilities, which can be exploited by the attackers to gain unauthorized access, like internet, then firewall, then router, after that switch one, and then server one, server two, and workstation. So they can easily uh, reach to the workstation and grab all the personal data related to their patients and other necessary information by the attacker. So it is very hazardous or ridiculous for the everyone. So they have to proper management to protect their data, and have using the proper strategy to overcome this type of risks. To identify the security threats and vulnerability in the ICT infrastructure of a hospital, a critical evaluation and academic review, like to evaluating the current ICT infrastructure of the hospital, various security threats and vulnerabilities were identified. Like the vulnerabilities can potentially result in data breaches, operational disruptions, and legal repercussions for the hospitals. And one of the major vulnerability in the presence of unsecured endpoints, which includes like employee laptops and mobile devices. The devices can be exploited by the attackers to gain unauthorized access to the hospital network and sensitive data. A study conducted by the Ponemon Institute supports this notion, revealing that data breaches resulting from loss of the stolen devices could cost organization an average of $3.86 million, which are which are more than thinking. As per the BBC News, in 2017, the hospital server and the software also pose a security risk as they are vulnerable to the non-software vulnerabilities that can be exploited by attackers to gain unauthorized access. Like in 2017, WannaCry ransom attack, for instance, exploited a known vulnerability in the Microsoft window to infect over 2 lakh computers worldwide, including hospital systems. That is more than expected. Additionally, the lack of multi-factor authentication and encryption mechanism for sensitive data transmission further heightens the risk for data breaches. A Verizon study revealed that 80% of data breaches involve stolen or weak credentials. That's version 2021. It is very important to save the data they have. We have to use some like proper training and awareness campus to the employees so they can get the updated with the modern technology, and so they can easily use that technology for protecting the cyber attacks or other uh, from other hackers, so that we can easily save our data and make our system effectively.
My name is Pramod Sutar and my student ID is 20233437. Now let's start. New ICT infrastructure of organization. The new ICT infrastructure of hospitality has been designed to address the security threats and vulnerabilities identified in old infrastructure. The new infrastructure consists of various components as illustrated in following figure: internet, firewall, router, load balancer, web services, application services, database, storage, workstation. The new infrastructure is equipped with various tools and technology to ensure maximum security. For instance, the hospital has implanted a firewall to protect its network from external threats. The firewall monitors incoming and outgoing network traffic and blocks unauthorized access attempts. Moreover, the hospital has installed a load balancer to distribute incoming network traffic across multiple web services, ensuring that none of services get overloaded. This not only enhances the overall performance of the website but also reduces the risk of a denial of services attack. In addition of these measures, the hospital has also implemented various security management strategies to ensure that its network and data are always secure. For instance, the hospital regularly performs vulnerability assessments and penetration testing to identify and address any security weaknesses. The hospital also has strict access control policies in place to ensure that only authorized personnel have access to sensitive information. Overall, the new ICT infrastructure of the hospital is designed to be secure, reliable, and scalable. The hospital has taken all necessary measures to protect its network and data and is committed to ensuring that highest standard of security for its patients and staff. Security tools. Security tools play a circular role in mitigating various cyber attacks and vulnerability that modern organizations face. In this section, we will discuss various security tools and their application that can be utilized to enhance the security of new ICT infrastructure of hospital. According to academic literature, some of the most effective security tools are firewalls, intrusion dedication system, intrusion prevent, prevention systems, and antivirus software. Firewall are essential for ensuring that network parameter and the protecting it against unauthorized access. Intrusion dedication systems that designed to identify suspicious network activity, while intrusion prevention system can only detect but also prevent such activity from occurring. Activity software is another circular tool that can protect against malware and other type of cyber attacks. It scans file and email attachment for malware and can prevent them from being downloaded or executed on a device. Additionally, access control systems such as biotronic download or executed on device. Additionally, access control systems such as biotronic scanners can help ensure physical access to circular areas of hospital, further enhances overall security. It is important to note that no single security tool can provide complete protection against cyber threats. Therefore, it is recommended to use a combination of these tools customized to hospitals' specific needs and environment to ensure comprehensive security. Proper configuration, maintenance, and the monitoring of these tools are also circular to ensure their effectiveness. Protect the new ICT infrastructure. In conclusion, security tools are essential for security the new ICT infrastructure of hospital. A combination of firewall, IDS, IPS, antivirus software, and access control system can provide comprehensive protection against cyber threats and vulnerabilities. The selection of appropriate security tools should be based on the specific needs and environment of the hospital. Security technology. Security technology are an essential aspect of any organization ICT infrastructure, especially when it comes to migrating security threats and vulnerability. In this section, we will explore some security technology that can be implanted the new ICT infrastructure of the hospital to enhance security. One such technology is institution dedication system IDS, which can be used to detect and alert security personnel of any unauthorized access or activity within the network. The technology can be implanted using various approaches, including signature based, autonomy based, and hybrid reduction. An IDS can be placed at various points within network, including the perimeter, circular surfaces, and end user device to provide comprehensive coverage. Another technology that can be used is security information and prevent management, which enable to correlation of security events across various devices and systems within the network. SIEM can help identify potential security threats and provide real-time alert to security personnel for promote action. In addition to this technology, network segmentation can also be used to limit the impact of security breach by restriction access to circular network segments. This approach involves dividing the network into smaller sub-networks such as within the security controls and policies. This ensures that if security breach occurs is one segment, it does not affect the entire network. Other security technology can be implanted include data loss prevention system. Encryption technology can access control leads it is essential to note that each security technology has its strengths and weaknesses, and a combination of this technology may be necessary for effective security. In conclusion, the implementation of approach security technology in the new ICT infrastructure of hospital is circular in mitigating security threats and vulnerability. This section has identified some security technology that can be used and provided a brief explanation of each technology backed up by approach citation of academic resources. Security management strategy. Security management strategies are circular to ensuring the security of an organization's information and assets. Research has identified several strategies that organizations can adopt to minimize security risk and vulnerability. One such strategy of implementation of a security policy that clearly define the organization's security objectives, guidelines, and responsibility. This policy should be commented to all employees and updated regularly to reflect change in the security landscape. Another important strategy is to regularly train employee and security best practices and practices. This training should include how to identify and report security, include how to use security tool and technology, and how respond to security branches. Finally, organizations should conduct regular security assessments and identify and address security weaknesses and vulnerabilities. These assessments should include penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, and risk assessment. In last conclusion, after analyzing the current and new ICT infrastructure of organization along within the various security threats and vulnerability will help vulnerability. It is evident that organization needs to take significant step in enhancing security measures. The new ICT infrastructure will include update hardware and software components will help eliminate many of security threats and vulnerability present in old infrastructure. In addition, the organization should implement various security tools such as intrusion dedication system, antivirus software, and firewall to enhance its overall security. These security tools will help in dedicate and preventing potential security threats before they can cause any significant harm to the organization system and data. Moreover, it is essential for organizations to adopt security management strategies such as employee training and awareness programs, regular security assessments, and security incident response plans. This security management strategy will help to create a security focused culture within the organization and ensure that all employees are aware for their roles and responsibility in maintaining the security of the organization system and data. By implement these security management strategy, organizations can improve their overall security posture and minimize the risk of security breaches and incidents. In the last references. Thank you.